Hello, everybody. I'm back for another draft, and this time I decided let's go back to a draft format that I think I'm good at. Uh, Good old-fashioned RTR block. Well, let's see what we got. Well, we opened a Mirko Vosk. Issue with him is he's not good. He's just bad. He's not bad. He's decent. He's a 2/4 flyer for 5, and unless you have a bunch of other effects that want to use the graveyard, he's not that good. Gleam of Battle is a nice finisher, but I don't know. I don't ever see me really doing much with it that's any good. Weapon Surge is something that's really good. Always was a big fan of. Gates are always super important. Moss Dog is pretty good if you want to just go monocolor with your first pick, which is something that I sometimes tend to do, but there's a Druid and a Law Mage in here, both of which are very powerful cards. 3/2 flyer with Hexproof is really, really good. This also ramps you, helps you, get to where you need to go. And I think I'm going to take the Druid. Um, it's been a while, so I'm not like going to be right on top of things with the format, but I think I'm going to go with that. And then we get past a turn and burn. It's pretty good. Other cards in the pack are Moss Dog, Sphinx, Zertai Druid, Weapon Surge. Basically, the entire top row is something I'm not interested in. Um, but I think turn and burn's got to be the pick. I mean, even if you're just, a 2 mana burn spell, but some of the time you can get it to go off and be a 5 mana kill something, or you can get a 2/1 off of it if you're doing blockers and stuff. So I'm just going to take the turn and burn here. Would love to go Druid in the Druid, but I think the power level on turn and burn is just so high that I just really want to take it. So I will. Alright, and then we get past... Windrake's always fine. Animus I was never really too happy with. Fumes was always just kind of meh. I mean, it's 3 extra mana for a Ring Flesh that gets an extra -1/-1. It seems kind of crazy. Massive's fine, it's a 2/2 for 2. But again, far and away, just a really, really solid card. If you play both halves, you can do some really silly stuff with it where you bounce one of their creatures, forcing them to sack another creature. Like, it's a 5 mana removal spell that also has a tempo advantage in it. It's just super good. So I'm going to take it. We still don't really know what we're doing color-wise, but we definitely have cards. Let's see. Well, there's a Krasis, which is alright. Another Jalen Sphinx, but I don't think I want to go into a third color pair. I think I might just take the Dimir Guildgate. It can help us fix our mana if we end up going like, 3 colors, which I found myself getting forced into more than not. But yeah, we can take that. I really like the Sphinx, but as of right now, I think we just kind of just need to fix our mana up, and I think these cards are extremely powerful, more powerful than other stuff possibly. So let's see what we got here. We got this guy. Whenever a creature blocks, its controller loses 1 life and decently cheap to regenerate. He's decent if you want to just you can just throw him at your opponent if you're in a little bit of a faster deck. Notion Thief is, I mean, he's not bad. He's a Ambush Viper basically for 4 mana. He'll block a lot of stuff in the format and make it sad. And draw a card. Yeah, I mean, the other ability isn't really going to do anything, I don't think. So I think I'm just gonna take the Weapon Surge. Or the Runner's Bane. I will take the Surge. I think the Surge is gonna be a good time because if we do end up playing it, which we might not, the pick might have been the Runner's Bane. We have a lot of really powerful blue stuff right now, but it's just a really fun card to play with. Let's see. Well, we have some fixing. Want to go that route. There's also a divination that's harder to cast. It also mills your opponent for 2, so it's, whatever. There's an ancient, which is just kind of funny because it makes everyone have infinite mana. And then there's a Runner's Bane to tap down something. I think I'll take the Runner's Bane this time. And yeah, I mean it's pretty good. It lets you tap down something for a couple turns, which is always nice. Um, Both of these are very good for us. I think I would rather have the Guild Gate than the Cluestone because I'd rather have my mana earlier than later with like a, you know, gets me from 3 to 4 mana, blah blah blah. But I think I'd just rather. I guess it also has the upside of drawing a card. I'm trying to think back to which I would have rather had back in the day when I was playing in this format a lot. The Gate or the Cluestone. And I think I'm just going to take the Gate. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Gate. Alright, so not really much here we care about. We're not going to possess anything, and really expensive counterspell is probably not that good. I guess we just take the Pilfered Plans. It's fine. Well, we're not running any of those cards. So I guess Runner's Bay number 2. Just some early game lockdown. Um, I don't think I just want a 2/3 defender that does some things, or self-mill, or Gleam of Battle, or anything, so I'll just take the Gatekeepers. You never know. Let's take the Fumes. Cluestone. Fixes mana. Let's take the Filth. I'll take the Path. There might be some like really insane defender thing that he tries to do. But I think as of right now, probably not playing green. Might be like a Grixis control type deck. Not a lot of fixing, but we could always like just kind of splash to the red. Sure, mind static, whatever. Because we have like, a couple things that fix for the Dimir. So we could be like Dimir splash red for the other side of turn and burn. And if we're gonna be Dimir splash red, a little bit of turn and burn stuff, I'm gonna take the Simic Manipulator here. Because, I mean, it's an 0/1 with Evolve on turn 3, so it's gonna take a couple turns to get going. But if you can get this guy up and running, he just becomes insane. Because you can just start stealing guys, and it's not like you hold on to him until. But then a pump spell, and you basically just waste your stuff. But I like the idea of having this as an ability to go off with a little bit. There's also a Killing Glare in the pack, just probably just the right pick. It's just a straight up removal spell. Yeah, I probably should just have the Killing Glare. Just being able to just straight kill something over a situational mind control. Yeah. As much fun as it would have been. Alright. Good cards in this pack. There's a Balustrade Spy, Basilica Screecher, even Sage's Road Denizen's fine, Smog Elemental's fine. Which do I want? Probably the Spy. Let's do a cost sort. Probably not playing Weapon Surge. Yeah, we'll take the Spy. It grinds, right? It just grinds for 1? Yeah. It's either that or we take the Screecher. But, yeah, let's just take the Spy. Alright. Ooh. There's a really good Guild Mage there. Um, Not really much in the pack. Hmm. Well, there's a Psychic Strike as just a 3-mana counter spell if we want to go that route. We don't have any real fixing for green right now, as much as I would love to play this. And it's just a smog elemental. Just pretty good. Yeah, we'll just take the elemental. I get, nah. We'll see if the Psychic Strike comes back. It probably will, I would think. I would find it weird if somebody else was taking that kind of stuff. Wow. So I think we're getting cut in the pack that we don't want to be getting cut in, which is kind of depressing. Um, so there's not really like a ton of reasons for illness in the ranks. I mean, Oculus is really good if we had, if we were splashing green, but we're not. I guess we'll just take the slice. You have a couple flyers. Maybe we can go off with that. Alright, Basilica Screecher. It's a non-zero a number of things that it can do. It's also a Big Pig, which is really good. Marshall's Glory is typically a 2-for-1. Denizen can be kind of, silly. But, yeah. I thought we were seeing some signs for things, but... Alright, well, there's a Guild Mage. Not in our colors, though. There's also just around 2 for 2, and then there's a totally lost. As much as it hurts me to take this over this, I don't think I want to start going into another color right now, and the Gutter Skulk is, in my opinion, pretty good. Because we only have 3 creatures, so it'd be nice to have, more than 3 creatures. I'll take the Sage's Road Denizen. He attacks, he blocks, he's a 2/3. He's never gonna make you like super happy, but he does stuff. We don't have a lot of blue creatures either, so it's not like we can go off and mill a bunch of stuff. There's still a Greenside Watcher here. Man, apparently I should have been in green. We have 2 gates. I don't think this is gonna be unblockable or anything. So it's a mill 4 that occasionally draws like a card or maybe 2. I guess we're not taking that. Oh, I guess we take the Corpse Blockade. It blocks. It's fine. Probably, right? Hopefully it's fine. Alright, well. This is a real number of things. I think I'm just going to take the Denizen. Just to cut it from other people. Alright. It's a playable. Well, Spell Rupture is not something we're really gonna... None of these are really cards we have to worry about. I guess I'll just take the Rupture. And then hide it immediately. Illness in the ranks in case we play against something. Martial Glory came back. What is going on? Man. I think I might have read the signals poorly. Because that pack was really dry for us, and it was the pack I kind of needed it to not be. Because now I don't get any of the really powerful multicolor creatures. But maybe I can salvage it with some really good Izzet or Rakdos cards. Nope, just open a Corpse Jack Menace. It's fine. It's not, stupid good, but it's fine. There's an Ogre Jailbreaker, which I think has got to be the pick, because it's just really good. It's a 4/4 for 4. And if we pick up like one or two more gates in this pack, like if this comes back, we're probably taking it. Alright, there's a Rakdos Charm, there's Greg the Mangler, Picnic, Lunch Party, Picnic. It takes a second to get there. Don't worry, you're not alone. There's a Syncopate, if we want just like another generic counterspell. Probably not running the Mind Static if we can get away with it. Perilous Shadow's good in like the late game. I'd like to take like a Splatter Thug, but I don't know if I want to splash a Splatter Thug. Yeah, that's not anything I want to do. I guess I only have 8 creatures, so Launch Party is probably going to be just dead in my hand most of the time. I guess I'll just take the Syncopate then. Doesn't feel good to do it, but I think it's the choice. Alright, well, there's a Stealer of Secrets, and if we're going to be like super defensive, we have double Runner's Bane, like Turn and Burn, Far and Away, like Killing Glare and stuff. Might be able to get in a couple times with it, so we'll take it. God, there's just some stuff going by that I'm just like, this shouldn't be going by right now. Like, what is everybody else in at this table that a Skymark Rock, Trestle Troll, like, those are cards that should be gone. Man. Guess we just take the Rune Wing. It's a 2/2 flyer. It's just extra mana for a Windrake, and it draws us a card eventually. I mean, I would love to have a Skymark Rock, but that's just not going to happen. So just take the Rune Wing. Just basically a 1 mana cantrip in this format. You're not really doing much with it. Hussar Patrol's here, Swift Justice is here. A lot of very good cards. I think we just take Downsize. And just immediately hide it. There's another Rakdos Charm. Could just take a Grasp. If they have something that's tapped, we can keep it tapped forever. It's not as good as Runner's Bane, but this can deal with like large creatures and stuff. Sure. Ooh, a Dead Reveler? Yes, please. Runewing number 2 or Perilous Shadow number 1? Probably the Shadow. In case we get into a late game fight. Probably, I'll just gonna take the Runewing. Alright. Just a 2 mana dude. I'll take the Injunction. Maybe we can get a little bit aggressive here. I'll take the Shadow. None of these cards really do anything. I guess I'll take the Rend. Not playing it though. Sure. The Imposter's fine. Get rid of that. I'm assuming everyone's just running like 5-color abominations at this point, based on the cards I'm seeing going around. It's a perfectly viable way to play this format too. You just take the most powerful card out of every pack, with the exception of gates. If you see a gate, you take a gate, and you basically just run like these stupid mana-based decks where everything's like you have 6 mana, 6 things that make a color of mana for each of the colors, and you run like 18 land, and you just say, all right, these are the best cards in the format. Let's hope I get there. And you know, if the deck does win, if you just hit your land naturally, you can do some disgusting stuff. Sure. I'm not gonna renew. We'll try you. See if you make the cut. And apparently he does. Oh, no, wait. 1, 2. And yeah, that goes in as well. Yeah, I don't think that's anything we care about. Alright, you're more like a 3. Hopefully we'll be casting you guys for your full potential. Probably just run like a value mountain for the other half of that. I don't think we want to splash anything. We can't splash the druid as much as we would like to. Probably would have been right just to go double druid early on and then just kind of ignore what else was going on because we found ourselves in a pretty bad situation where we're getting cut pretty hard. Alright, so those are lands that are coming in. We need to make 3 cuts. Syncopate's probably a pretty easy cut. I don't think we really care about countering stuff. How much stuff do we have with evasion to make that work? We have like 1, 2, 3. You know, like 14 creatures, so yeah, that's probably not good enough. Probably like a 5 or 6. So we have a lot of removal. We might not need like something as clunky as Fatal Fumes here. So we can probably cut that. Let's see what this suggests. Sort by color. Yeah, it seems like it's a fairly even split. Maybe a little bit more blue, but both of these make blue mana. That one only makes black, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a 9-8 split. And I even get to run a value mountain. Could make it a 9-9 split by running an extra swamp, but I mean, if I have turn and burn, I'm probably going to want to be casting both sides, so I think we're just going to run this and hope for the best. See you guys in the first round.